Hey, everybody, it's Scott Steen with the winnersandwhiners.com coming to you with the Thursday edition of Today in Sports Betting Part 2, doing it MLB style, everybody. Get together with my partner, Scott Reichel. We pick out a couple games that we like, and we'll talk about some of the other ones. There's a lot of daytime action today, so we know this doesn't get posted till late morning, early afternoon, so we're probably not going to have a lot of the afternoon action. But, Scott, we do have a couple of interesting contests there in the what do you call the major league, so that'll be kind of fun. So Scott, let's get started. You know him, you love him. It's Ohtani on the mound going up against the Oakland Athletics, Scott, as the Angels travel to the city by the bay. Oakland opened up at minus 133, now about minus 142. 8 is your total right there, as Bassett gets the call for Oakland. Scott, who you got in this one?
Well, Ohtani, of course, has been good on the mound, 2.37 ERA, 1.25 whip. However, the issue is he's only 1-0. It's because the bullpen tends to ruin the starts. So you can factor in Ohtani all you want, but this Angels bullpen, which almost blew a 5-run lead to Texas in, I believe, the 8th inning yesterday, or a 6-run lead to give up 5 runs. But I hate this bullpen with a passion. However, Oakland is 7 over, only 500 at home. So they're not a very good home team. The Angels are 4 under on the road, which means that they are 1 under at home, so they're not very good anywhere. But Angels have won 3 in a row. Oakland has been struggling a bit lately. Won yesterday, but they've lost 3 of 4. I'm actually going to lean to the Angels at plus money. I just think Bassett's too big of a favorite in the spot.
I think that's the play. I really do. I think this is probably close to an even money game. Bassett's been pretty good, Scott. He's been sort of a statistical anomaly. He has given up 2 runs in 7 of his last 8.
Yep.
Regardless of either goes 6 or 7, gives up 2 runs. So you know what you're going to get. He did struggle a little against Minnesota to start before last, gave up 4 runs over 5 innings. Other than that, he's been solid. He's going to go 6 or 7. He's going to give up a couple runs. It's all depends on the bullpen, Scott. I think both of these starters are going to do very well. I would take the first 5 under on this one, and I would take the plus money at the Los Angeles. Is that what we're calling them this year?
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Angels. So,
well, the way that I see it is the Angels have been good offensively. I know you mentioned Bassett's been good lately, but the Angels have scored at least 6 runs in each of their last 3 games. So if you're expecting a game with 2 solid pitchers and one offense can break through early, it's probably going to be Los Angeles because Oakland's offense is not very good.
No, they struggle, Scott. They absolutely struggle. They struggle more at home than they do on the road. They average just 4 runs per game at home, hitting a robust 212 at the O Coliseum. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. I think there's value on the Angels. And like I said, you and I differ a little bit on that first 5 play. But
for the first 5 of the starting pitchers, I would probably agree with you on the unders. I'm just saying that if I'm going to make a case for the Angels, Ohtani has looked a little bit better than Bassett, but you can argue the distance for Bassett kind of makes it equal.
Mm-hmm.
But the Angels' offense is just so much better.
Yeah, I'm gonna side with the. It's kind of hard to get away from Bassett because you know how long he's going to go. You know he's going to limit the bullpen exposure, but I think that the Angels will be able to do enough damage. So,
yep.
All right, very good. What else we want to take a look at here today, Scott? What else you got on your on the horizon there? How about a little St. Louis, Arizona, as the Cardinals head out to the desert to take on the struggling Diamondbacks, Scott? Can we say that? They've lost 10 straight. Man, there's been some losing streaks this year. Holy shit. The Royals, now the Diamondbacks.
It was even worse.
Baltimore's lost a ton.
You know a team's struggling when they're on a 9-game losing streak, they're up 4-0 in the 2nd inning, and they lose 5-4.
That's not good.
Not good at all.
That means there's so many problems there for sure. This is an Arizona team, and it's not hard to figure out why they're losing, Scott. They ain't scoring. They're just flat not scoring.
Well, that was the thing. They scored 4 runs, and you'd assume like this team figured it out first 2 innings. Then they shut it down for the final 7.
Yeah, they've averaged 2.1 runs per game over their last week, so that ain't good. You know, this Cardinals team, this is one of those teams, you see it with them every year. You watch them play, and you're like, this team just isn't that good.
They're like a fundamentally sound team that never does anything eye-popping.
Yeah, that's it. They play the Cardinals way, Scott.
Yeah. So they don't really do anything that's that entertaining, but yet you look up at the standings in the middle of September and you realize, wait a second, this team's about 18 over? When did this happen?
Yeah, exactly right. Carlos Martinez is going for the Cards against who is it?
Matt Peacock.
Yeah, not Brad Peacock. Matt Peacock. Scott, did you want to do your Peacock impression again?
No, I do not.
Oh, come on.
I don't even think that it was a peacock. I just used the bird sound that sounds like peacock.
It was kind of like a startled chicken, maybe. It was pretty quality. It was pretty quality stuff. It really was.
I'm trying to think if that was a chicken or not. Like I could just do it. Peacock?
Yeah, perfect.
I don't know what type of bird that is, but I don't think it's a peacock.
Shit, I think there's a peacock walking through here right now, Scott. Holy mackerel. I did not see that coming.
Or is that a turkey? Sounded gobble.
No, that's a turkey.
Or was that a dog?
It's like turkey.
That was not a good one. I don't even know what that is.
Have you ever seen a live turkey in your life?
No, but I feel like I just witnessed the sound of one, apparently.
Reminds me, I was doing a show one time in Texas, Scott. Guy came after me, asked me if I knew what a rodeo fuck was. I said, I'm pretty sure I'm looking at one right now. That did not go well.
I thought it was a pretty good response.
I did too. I really did. In this game, Scott, we're getting a great price on the Cardinals. Cardinals are on sale, Scott. We're only paying minus 125 or so for a team that is in first place in the NL Central, going up against a team that's lost 10 straight and cannot hit their way out of a wet paper bag. It's Carmar going for St. Louis, Carlos Martinez. Carlos Martinez, Scott, he really struggled to start the season, but he's kind of righted the ship. He's been very good. He's been very good in 4 of his last 5. He did kind of stumble against Colorado, but other than that, he's been pretty darn good. He looks like he's turned it around quite a bit. Scott, can you tell me anything about Peacock?
Well,
Bobby Peacock, what's his name? Brad? No, not Brad.
Matt Peacock.
Matt Peacock, of course.
That's the thing, is that if you're going to talk about Martinez's numbers and how he hasn't been great this season, Peacock has been worse. His whip is slightly better, but his ERA is 4.91. I can't really say that he's had much of a sample size because he doesn't really go more than 5 innings like ever. So you might see a decent amount of Arizona's bullpen in this game, which is always a fun time.
Well, that's not good.
His home ERA, 9.28.
Well, that's not good either, Scott.
His road ERA, though, is 0.79. So I don't really know what's going on with this guy, but at home he can't pitch. So I'll look at Martinez because Martinez's last 2 road starts, 14 innings, 1 run. So I'll go with Martinez.
All right, very good. And Peacock has just made 2 starts on the season. They kind of had him in the mop-up role there coming out of the bullpen. Now they got in a little higher leverage situations.
2 starts, though. His max has been 5 1/3.
Yeah, he's gone 10 1/3 innings, Scott. He's given up 11 hits. Not awful. Doesn't walk a lot of guys. So that's a good thing. He's walked 3 guys all season.
He's given up about an average of a hit per inning, but other than that, though, he doesn't walk people.
Yep. Well, true. That's what I'm saying. So I still like St. Louis in a low scoring game here. I'll play the under, and I will play the St. Louis Cardinals.
When you say low scoring, I'm actually thinking if I like the Cardinals on the money line or the Cardinals team total.
5-2 Cards.
With his numbers at home, I kind of just think he's going to get shelled.
Oh, yeah.
But I like the Cardinals. There's not really much more to say.
Okay.
I'll fade the team that's lost 10 straight until they show me something.
Got to do it. Yeah, if you're getting them for less than minus 150 with a competent major league pitcher on the mound,
and a first place team coming into town.
What's that? Yeah,
and first place team coming into town.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else you see here that you like, Scott?
Well, I'm looking at the White Sox minus 1.5 against the Orioles. Orioles are terrible. I don't really think that needs to be talked about because Zimmerman is not very good. He's lost to the Yankees, but still a pretty solid pitcher. I think the White Sox get back on track. A lot of day games, though. I'm kind of interested in the Tigers, team total over 2.5 against Bieber. Mm-hmm. I know Bieber is the defending AL Cy Young winner, but if you look at his recent performances, not too great.
Hasn't pitched like it, Scott. He's really struggled. 3 has been the magic number for Bieber, and that's what he has been giving up consistently. Now the question is, huh?
He hasn't been awful, but
No.
that's the thing is that there's a difference between putting up decent starts as a normal pitcher and as the defending Cy Young Award winner. But when you have given up 3 earned runs, or 3 runs, I should say, in just about half of your starts, and you're also not going typically more than, I'd say, 6 1/3 in most of them,
Yeah.
I have my reservations because you look at his numbers, he's given up at least 3 in 4 of his last 5, and he has not gone 7 innings in any of those. So 2.5's the team total right now for the Tigers at around -130. I think that that's simply priced based on Bieber's name and not based on his recent performance. So I like the over on that.
Yeah, he's been a little wild. The strikeouts are still there. He's averaging about a strikeout and a half per inning, but Scott over his last 7 starts, he has an ERA of 3.92. Team Scott against him, he's been a little bit unlucky, but I think they're also making very good contact against him because he has given up a BABIP of 396 over those 7 games.
Well, you look at the hits and you think of Bieber and you're going, oh, he's probably going to give up 4 hits tops. 8, 5, 9, 9, 7.
Yeah, he's given up 48 hits and 43 2/3 over those last 7. So
I just mentioned the last 5.
And 15 walks. So he's walking about 1 every 3 innings too. That ain't good.
Yeah, plus I know Cleveland's bullpen's very good, but at 2.5, if you can force Bieber to battle and maybe only go about 6, I think you take your chances with Cleveland's bullpen getting 2.5 runs.
Yeah, I like the 2.5 runs. It's going to be a little juicy. You're going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of -130. I think that's worth it to me. I think this is a Detroit team that, like you said, they're never going to be confused with a fantastic Major League Baseball team, but they do have the capability of scoring a few runs. Scott, they're not dreadful bad like a Baltimore or like an Arizona would be. They're not as bad as I thought they were going to be this season. How about that?
Well, they were awful to start the year when it came to runs per game. Now, in terms of the overall, they were in last. Now they're in 28th, but you have to remember they're still averaging 3.62 runs per game, which is awful, but that means they're getting to 3 the majority of the time.
Yeah. What'd they do today?
Detroit, they won 1-0.
Okay. So they didn't score a ton today.
But they won.
Right. They put up they've averaged 4 runs a game over their last 8, Scott. They put up 32 runs exactly in their last 8 games. So that's fine. That's all we need. That's all. Now you can make the argument and say, well, they haven't gone against Bieber every game. Fair enough. I think you get 1 or 2 off of Bieber. I think you get 1 or 2 off the bullpen. Bob's your uncle. You got a winner.
Yeah, I think that line is just priced based on his history and not his recent performances.
Yep, absolutely agree. All right, there you go. As always, guys, if you're looking for more information on these games or any others, make sure you stop by and check out winnersandwhiners.com. Full deep dives, previews, and predictions in every single game, every single day. Always available for you, always free at winnersandwhiners.com. And for myself, for Scott Reichel, for all of us over here at Winners and Whiners, we wish you guys nothing but the best today. Hope every one of those tickets in your pocket turns into cash money when you head back to the window. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow on Today in Sports Betting. Take care, everybody.